Breaking right now on the story, exclusive news sound here on Fox from our reporting in a discussion with the Pima County Sheriff, who is now hitting back at the claim that he held back any key evidence from the FBI in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Remember that we are now on day 13, that this woman who is beloved by her family has been out there and no one knows where she is. She disappeared from her home in the middle of the night nearly 2 weeks ago. Savannah Guthrie, as you remember, has said that her 84-year-old mom has complications with, quote, her health. Her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive, and she needs it not to suffer. So obviously there are just so many concerns about her health and her ability to be comfortable if she is out there somewhere, which her family certainly hopes she is. So the FBI says that the suspect captured on Nancy's door cam, they're trying to figure out more information, and we're still waiting for a sketch. We believe, through a number of avenues that they will eventually produce some kind of sketch for people to look at. But here's what we know right now. The individual is between 5'9" and 5'10", and has an average build. Much of that you could tell by looking at this video, but given the brick size and the stones on the floor, they've been able to come up with a little bit more specific, specs for this person. He's wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker backpack in the video. That brand is exclusive to Walmart, so that's helpful too in terms of doing data, retail information and crossing who bought this backpack, when it was last bought, with other items that he may have been carrying. So we have not confirmed the exact time that he was captured on that video, but we do know that Nancy Guthrie's Ring camera disabled at 1:47, and you can see him struggling with that camera, trying to cover it up there in the video. So we believe it's roughly around that period. That was 1:47 or thereabouts. Then you move forward to 2:28 a.m., about 41 minutes later. That's when her pacemaker app disconnected from her phone, which we understand was left behind. So the thinking is that she was then out of range of the app, and it lost connection with it around that time period. So about 41 minutes is the major time of interest here in the case. So with that, we want to bring in Morgan Wright, CEO and founder of the National Center for Open and Unsolved Cases and host of the Crime Reconstructed podcast, and Jack Jupin, retired supervisory special agent of the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force, FBI SWAT team. He is the founder of Jupin International. Great to have both of you with us today. Thank you very much for joining me. So, Morgan, let me start with you, because I know that you said that there's data to be run on this backpack and potentially other items of interest that could, point in the direction of a name and a person. Explain how they can do that, how they get all that information.
Yeah, Martha, one of the things I did first is I scanned, I took a look how many stores there are in the Tucson area. There's 17, but what you do, you narrow it down behaviorally based upon the person, the suspect, the information. And so, but out of that, and Walmart has cooperated with law enforcement on so many cases, but even if you pay cash, you take that backpack, you run it across the scanner, assuming that it's been bought and not stolen, but you run it across the scanner, that SKU registers, that data is collected, the date, the time, the transaction, the lane, the register. All of that is caught. And at the same time, right above you, Martha, is the video camera. So that's used, by the way, Walmart loses probably $10 to $12 billion a year in theft. So they invest in a lot of security. So you've got a camera on the top. So when you can match up now a transaction with the video surveillance, then it's very possible if it's somebody that meets your profile, you can now follow that video surveillance out into the parking lot, get maybe a tag number or whoever else they're with. Martha, a lot of homicide cases, a lot of arson cases have been solved by people who go to Home Depot, by people who go to Lowe's, people go to Walmart, Target, buying stuff that they later use in a crime. It's all, even if you use cash, it's still all tied back to some data somewhere in the system.
Yeah, we sometimes bemoan the fact that there are cameras everywhere, that our phones are keeping track of every single thing we do. But in this situation and in other similar situations, investigators are thankful for the just myriad of information that they can get off of all of this. I want to go to you, Jack, and I want to play this from Harvey Levin, who is talking about the fact that there is a frustration in this investigation that they don't have, speaking of that, any video of a vehicle, a van, they believe a gray van is what we've heard that they're looking for, coming in or out of this neighborhood. They seem to be frustrated by that. Watch this from Harvey.
We have been told by multiple sources connected to this investigation that they have been frustrated over not being able to identify a vehicle tied to the person at Nancy Guthrie's front porch. The vehicle is going to be key. It's something that they really want.
Jack, does that surprise you? You know, I think back to the Charlie Kirk investigation into his assassination, and I think within 24 hours, we saw 2 different videos of a person walking down the street, then walking back the other way, who became a suspect in this case. Surprise you that they don't have this van on any cameras, at least so far?
You know, Martha, a little surprising, to be very honest with you. It's surprising, but it's not. I've done investigations where, like you just mentioned, we've solved them in 24 hours. But there's other investigations that we went on and on and on and on. I mean, if you want to even date back to like the Sidney Riso kidnapping of Exxon, where these took weeks. It didn't happen overnight. You're right. We don't know the status of the victim, which is troubling here, very troubling. They're obviously, the FBI is doing everything they can. They are working with the locals and the state. They're looking at every license plate reader that is available to them. My only suggestion as an investigator, a retired FBI supervisor, is I'd be going back a lot further than a week or 2 weeks. I'd be going back a month, 2 months. And the reason I say that is because this person didn't just show up. They cased the house. They knew where they were going. They knew what time to go. And that's the part that is a little troubling for me watching this, and also, too, with the ransom. The ransom's not straightforward. I've worked kidnappings. The ransom is usually very straightforward. It's, I want X amount of dollars, I want it now, and it's how you're going to deliver it, period, done. Going through social media, I've never seen it before.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jack Jupin and Morgan Wright. We appreciate your ongoing coverage and insight into all of this, given your background. Thank you, gentlemen.